It be okay. Salute. I mean, salute to you guys. Y'all, it's a new player in the game. They said that everything went great, beyond expectations.
I didn't know that.
They said here's what bothers me a little bit. All right, the rumor out there is 15,000 pay-per-view buys. That's the rumor. Where have we come as a sport? If 15,000 pay-per-view buys is a success for one of the top pound-for-pound fighters in the world, where have we come as a sport, bro?
That's a success to them?
I mean, that's the number we said, I think, right? Didn't we say over under 15 or 20?
Yeah, it's under 20. It was something around that range. We'll have to go back and look. But 15,000 is a success? That's not a success. That's a major failure. And how do we know?
We don't know
that 15,000.
Yeah.
We don't even know if that's true. But if they say 15,000, let's run with that. That's horrible, JJ. That's horrible. Everybody from the 214 to across the pond. That's horrible. Like, where have we come? Like you said.
When the Zone came out, I was huffing and puffing. Like, this is stupid. It's an app. This ain't HBO. This isn't Showtime. But we're used to it. It's part of our daily conversation now in the sport. So I'm not hating. Like I said this last time, I want BLK to do well. It's another boxing outlet. That's good for all of us in the business. I'm skeptical that they're going to do well. I want them to do well. I want them to succeed. I want any new company in the business to succeed if they're doing their things right. But, man, it just felt like I was watching a high school production. The whole damn thing just felt cheap. The card was awful. I mean, the co-main event was Christy Cyborg, and all respect to Miss Christy Cyborg. I mean, she's a lovely person, but what are you doing for the sport of boxing? This event did nothing for the big picture of boxing. We didn't get any clarity. He didn't bring up Spence after the fight. It didn't even get brought up. We didn't see anything in the co-main events or the undercard that prospects or anything along those lines. Fans had to dig in their pockets and pay money for, like you said, some damn sparring sessions. And
this is the thing right here. When you got the opportunity and you're a new company, that's why I was measuring this with PBC. When PBC first came on the market, you had big-time players. They made it an event.
Oh, yeah, big names.
Because they knew that they had to show up and show out to make the boxing public believe that they are one of the new generations in promotions or however they're associated to push boxing. BLK Prime failed at that miserably. They didn't do nothing for us as boxing fans. That's got us a hoping and a wishing and a wishing and a hoping when the next time they gonna fight each other. Like all the production around it, like you said, high school, it was terrible. And me as a boxing fan, a lot of people around the world as boxing fans, who's looking forward to their next event?
Yeah, dog. Like, think about this too, because I'm always talking about new eyeballs on the sport, which is probably the reason I appreciate Jake Paul is the new eyeballs on the sport. Let's say that you had some homies over at the house to watch the Bud Crawford fight and BLK, and they're not really into boxing, but you're hoping let's say that was somebody's first boxing pay-per-view event, or the first time they've watched boxing on pay-per-view since 2000, and they see that. I know we're being petty and talking about things that don't really matter, but marketing is important. Marketing is big. How things look is big. How things are presented is big. How the broadcast team sounds is big. So if that's your first time in a long time watching boxing, are you going to come back? I don't think so. Terrible undercard, terrible co-main event, terrible production. So it did nothing for new boxing audience either. Like, it just did nothing, man. It cost money. It did nothing. It pissed a lot of people off. It almost felt like we took a step backwards in the super fight that we're all wanting. So, like I started off on the show when I said it didn't really do nothing. Congrats, Bud. You got the 6-round knockout. But, I mean.
Yeah, it's like, where do we go from here, BLK Prime?